Armchair Experts. This is the Armchair Bench Warmers. My name is Cam.
Yo,
Cam.
by the name of
Sup, Ams? And I'm Brian.
Sup, Brian.
Remember my name this time.
Welcome to the Armchair Bench Warmers show. We are the hosts with the most, bringing all the things that probably happened in sport over the last week. If you Google New Zealand's #1 sports show, you won't find us.
You'll find the Kefir.
Oh, yes. But we have one thing in common, man. We're just passionate supporters of all things sport in Aotearoa, New Zealand. We're just three mates that like to talk about sport. So don't forget to, if you're watching for the first time, to like our socials on our platforms, Instagram, YouTube, and also check out our website. But look, we do it from the comfort of our armchairs over the last week. And last week we had our friend, the Kefiri, step in as we were in the States we all had NBA trials for various teams and couldn't make it. Last minute sort of obligation that we had to attend, and thankfully none of us made any of the teams, so we're back here. But look, boys, it's been a while. I missed last week actually, but let's get into our up-tos. What have you guys been up to?
Yeah, about that last week, man. Sorry about that, boys. Just some family stuff came up, and had to cancel.
We're NBA trials, bro. We're telling the armchair experts.
Love it.
That's why I'm apologizing.
Cut it out.
That's why I'm apologizing, because I never made the trip to do the trials.
Oh yes, yeah. Me and Brian, we did it, bro. Chicago was. Man, that was mean, bro. How was Wellington, bro, for your trial? Weekend up to, bro. So look, we don't accept your apologies, but if you give us $100, we will.
Okay. The good weekend. Just, man, what I did do last weekend, and I'm gonna touch some of this when it comes to the American sports segment.
Don't touch me.
But man, I was just getting into the NCAA tournament, man. March Madness. First weekend went past. Last weekend was round 1 and round 2. Now we go to Sweet 16 this Friday or tomorrow. So looking forward to that, man. But yeah, man, I thought of coming on today and when we get to the American sports segment, I'll do a little bit of a guide to college basketball. So get you guys who don't know into the know.
Education, man.
Yeah.
Let's educate them.
That's right.
Let's educate our viewers.
Nice.
And Brian, look, what have you been up to, man? How's the cup shaking? Have you been doing any of the cup shaking, man? I haven't seen any of the locations. And
I was at the Polyfest last week, shaking my cup. Yeah, man, some very generous islanders there. Yeah, some nice food, good performance. Yeah.
You probably needed to shake that cup because, man, some of the food that was over there, oh my gosh, was it $25 for a barbecue? And there was $7 worth of food actually on the plate.
There was those ortais, they were $12.
$12
for a small cup.
Man.
Damn, $12.
$12.
I mean,
they were 10 when I walked past earlier, but I think because they saw the other stands had it for $12.
Change the price.
Yeah.
Change the price.
We must all keep it even.
Change the price.
Must be the difference between the petrol going from A to B. You put the prices up there, man. You know,
inflation. Polyfest, man. Just on that note, Polyfest was awesome. Big shout out to 3 schools that I went to watch. Was Massey, the Heights, Waitakere College.
What's their motto? What's Waitak's motto?
Waitak's motto is fly the skies,
dubs up,
west side, and also Papatoe High School. So all the performances were absolutely awesome. Commend those 3 schools for their performance, and shout out to the students that performed over at that school. I see. Shout out to Kelston Girls. I think Kelston Girls took out the all girls school. Came second place, in the all girls competition, and Dilworth took out the boys competition. Man, I watched their
where is Dilworth?
Central Auckland Newmarket,
the Catholic school. Oh,
so they took out, man, their performance. Yeah, it was far out. They were. It's on YouTube. Have a look at it, man. Pretty commendable. But yeah, on that food, man. Like if you think about it, $25 for the barbecue, $12 for the ortai, and if I do the maths, 25 and 12 equals 1,000. You got to have some pretty deep pockets to go there. So
yeah, I thought it was at the Blues game, judging by this process.
So I think with ASB being the sponsor, perhaps they might want to subsidise some of the food costs because whilst it was an awesome event and an awesome spectacle, and good to see that ASB is still involved. Those prices to eat, man. It might have been. I'm not sure how much it was for fresh air. Maybe $5.
But there was a news report about Polyfest needing more money to survive.
Their funding got cut with the new government.
Oh,
Yeah, so maybe these prices.
$20 for a car park. Man,
Wow.
even the church down the road, which is usually, I think it's usually like $10, was 20.
So it's 2.2 million they need to go.
Is that all?
Yeah, I think they really need 3 million, but they can survive with 2.2 million a year.
I'll give them
the one
5.
thing I was disappointed about with the food stalls is that because when me and Brian went, he didn't even get a discount for his gold card. You can use it on buses to get a discount. You can use it at the local recreational centres, but you can't use it for the food. I thought that was pretty disappointing.
Yeah,
but
my gold Centurion card.
but big ups to all the schools that performed on that. What a wonderful spectacle, gentlemen! League of our own, and there's been a lot happening in this space over the last couple of weeks. But I have to start with the team that's just running amok. From social media
Speak it.
to performances on the field.
Say my name.
We've got to
Thank
go
you.
with Was.
Up the wires.
They've just been winning and winning convincingly. Gentlemen, thoughts on the Warriors' performance? And I've got to ask the question. Deep breath now.
Don't jinx it.
Is it the Warriors' year?
No, we can't answer that.
Thoughts, gentlemen?
Gonna jinx it, bro.
Talk to me, gentlemen. Talk to me.
Hell no. It was too early in the season, man. I think the Warriors are peaking too early, man. They're doing good, man. 3-0. They come out of the blocks
That's our
firing,
fee
man.
team too.
They're scoring tries.
That's our Fletcher Cup team that's been playing.
Top of the table. They can't do no wrong. Tana Boyd, I think he's coming second, equal with Nathan Cleary and someone else in the Dally M award. Dally M points.
Fourth place.
Yep. But Jackson Ford, he's number one at the moment.
Yeah, he's top.
Yeah.
Dally
so-
me.
By
Dally
5.
M.
He's on
Dally M.
17 points.
Did you guys see that video clip of their commentator? And he goes, who scored? Was it Lecker that scored from the number 6? And he goes, man, that Tana Boyd, he is on. Look at his performance.
And it was handsome.
But it had the shot from the back, and it looks like Tana Boyd. But when they had the shot from the side, and they looked, it was Luke.
Well, sorry for me because he's lost his spot now, with Metcalf coming in, which is because he did all right. He did all right that night.
I mean, Tana Boyd's done enough to keep Luke Metcalf out of that 7 jersey.
Yeah.
His performance the last 3 games has been awesome.
Well, he's played number 6 when Sean Johnson was playing. So
yeah, that's right.
he should be used to it.
That's right. But he did do good in the 7 jersey last year.
He was cutting up Tana Boyd, man. Damn.
Yeah, so the Warriors doing awesome, man, and they're exciting to watch too, especially when they play their home games. We touched on that before. Their home games are just spectacular, with the crowd and the fan engagement and all that kind of stuff, halftime shows and all that. But man, they're the hottest show in town when they come down here. So yeah, who they got this week?
Tigers.
They got Tigers this week. Tigers are without Lua. They're at home. Man, I watched this podcast with Posty, Craig Guinness. He was talking about how when he played for Manly Seagulls, every time he came down to play the Warriors, man, the Australians in the bus would be complaining, they hated coming here to New Zealand. So, and Craig Guinness, he just said, which I probably agree with. He said, man, the Warriors should not lose ever at home, if this is the way Australians feel about coming down here.
When that game was it played in Hamilton? Because if they did have, the Warriors are playing, I probably don't blame the Australians. I probably wouldn't want to go and play in Hamilton.
I think they were playing in Northland.
What about you, Brian? You're a very strong advocate for the Warriors. Like from what you've seen over the last, in the first 3 games, combinations and their depth is probably one of the strongest out of the NRL teams at the moment. Seem to be injury free.
For now, fingers crossed.
Do you think? Man, have they got a chance? Is it the year? Is this the Warriors' year?
Oh, I don't want to jinx it, but to be honest, round 1, I was a bit wary of Tana Boyd taking control. Even round 2, but he's proved himself. He's proved himself at that number 7. I'm surprised they got Chance back in. Tuapiki was on, bro. He was on fire, man.
And that's what you're talking about with the depth thing, because they got injuries. They lost Harris Tavita. They lost
He's back on the bench,
Chance, and they still managed to put up these scores against these teams. So.
And I have got the topic that we'll discuss shortly, just on that specific subject around sort of questioning some of these decisions, but there is some justification from that I'd just like to sort of have a chat later on about. But I suppose for the game against the Tigers, do you think the Warriors are going to tame the Tigers this week? No Luai, no. Is Adam Dewey playing?
Yeah,
He got named. Okay. So no Luai, who is like he's their energy bunny. There's none of him.
How come he's out? Injury?
A leg. He's out for about 4 weeks, I think. He was I think making a tackle in one of his friendly fire, and then it sort of hit the side of his leg. And
because Dewey was injured too in that game, so both halves were gone.
So I mean, did the Wires at home tame the Tigers?
Bro, they're going to waste them, man.
Probably would say.
Yeah.
I'd say
They're going to be 4-0 after this weekend.
Plus, you heard it here.
And I think they seem to be performing. And you're right. I think with that home ground, they're definitely worth 12 points. Metcalf is back. Tuapiki dropped for CNK. And this is probably where I'd like to talk about this a little bit more. On some of those calls when you've got Tane performing, you've got Benson had a good game. You bring Metcalf back in, and, that's on... a lot of that credibility of bringing him back in is on the assumption that he's going to assume the same role and the same sort of level of performance that he did in 2020. One thing that the coach, that Andrew Webster seems to bring out of these players, Mitch Barnett, representative player now, Jackson Ford leading Dally M, like he seems to bring the best out of these players. So he must obviously see something in that. Do you agree with the decisions that he's sort of made with Tane being taken out? Do you guys agree with Webby's decisions?
I think Warriors fans just need to trust his decisions. I mean, if you look where he came from, like he came from Championship Penrith Panthers, been assistant coach under Ivan Cleary, same as Cameron Serrato at the Bulldogs. And you look at these two teams doing well right now, like the Warriors, the Bulldogs, and Penrith, right? So, they got great experience back out west of Sydney.
Sydney West is the best.
Hello, T-Power.
Sydney West is the best.
Shout out to T-Power. Also,
I'm noticing you're taking off your uffle on a lot of your videos, man. But yeah, I think that's it. Like Aaron Clark, who was a great performer with the Titans, has just come over and lifted his game under Webby. So as much as I sort of thought about that, and I thought, I'm actually going to talk about and be quite critical of his decision. When I look at it on reflection, Webby just seems to see things that, I don't know, that probably others like myself don't actually see. So I suppose I probably got to sort of say, like, is it true? Like in Webby, the Wires trust?
Well, if you look at Tane Tuapiki, like, everyone loves him because, he's fast, he's evasive, he's exciting to watch.
Tall.
But, with Chance, he sees something in Chance that's a bit better defensively.
He takes his chance.
He's a bigger body. He might, we all want Tuapiki because we want to see the excitement in this game. But I think it's not about that with Webby, like it's the wins, and if he's chosen these guys, this is his number one team, right? So I just think that
he's still just Capewell. Just Capewell's out. Hey,
he's another one guy that's out, and they're still managing to win these games.
But I also think it's quite smart, like for Webby to be able to then give these players like Tane and them a rest because they come back hungry, and when they do step in, it is next man up. And for them, these players have been able to perform at that level. And that's where I think Warriors' greatest strength is going to be, which I started to question over the first couple of games was around their depth. But, man, they just seem to be stepping up, man. So
even the bench,
benches,
the bench, man.
Look, Broncos will put them in their place. Look, that's said and done. But for now, Warriors, we'll give you your flowers. You're doing great. Keep it up. And I suppose Webby for Coach of the Year at the moment, he'll probably be leading those honours. And yeah, just as you said, Cam, coming from that sort of Penrith pedigree, right? That environment there. Just one question, like Ivan versus Webby, who would win in a rumble?
I'll go for Ivan.
Yeah, Ivan looks like he could take on Webby. Webby looks like he's a bit worn out, eh?
Bronco? I heard they had Mace perform in Melbourne, and the song was Welcome Back. We're back. The Broncos are back, and we got the Dolphins, I think, this week. So, look, it'll be Ikamata, I'd say, for dinner.
You guys got a few injuries, though, eh?
There are a few injuries, but that's just the Broncos' way. Man up. It's just next man up. And
So-
it's next man up, and it's Giddy up.
That doesn't sound like a horse.
Hey, it's Bronco. It's Bronco.
Only
Hey.
fans.
Hey, it's Bronco. Okay.
I thought I've seen those lips before.
Then we've got the Dolphins, so it's an easy win at home. But
Who's out? Who's out for the Broncos?
Taina's out for the Broncos. And they're playing it. It's a home game for us anyway. The Dolphins try to claim Suncorp, but Suncorp's not this. It's the mighty Broncos, mate. So Giddy up to the mighty Broncos. But we've talked about the Waz. We know the Broncos are going to come home with a W, but the other team that's been performing opposite to the Waz with a 3-0 record, well, with an 0-3 record, sorry, is the mighty Manly. Do we have to rename them from the Sea Eagles to the Seagulls?
We are 1-2 actually.
Oh.
We forgot about the bye. We got 2 points from our bye last week. So we're on the board. We're on the board. Okay.
Which for our viewers is Manly is Cam's team, but what's going up, man? Like, it's probably justified then. There's more justification that DC left, and look at their performance.
Well, we've got new half combination there, Fogarty. So just give him time. It's only been 2 games he's been playing. I think they'll come right. I just think that it's time for Seabold to go, man. And I spoke about this last time around. The same problems, but having that bye last week, I hope that the boys get together and just sort it out. It's a big game tonight against the Roosters. The Roosters been on and off. The Roosters had a shit game against the Warriors. Then they came back and smacked. Who did they smack? Someone? They smacked someone. I forgot who they beat, but then they lost badly again the next game against Penrith. So now they're going to trying to redeem themselves with the Manly Seagulls, but that might be a trap. They're playing at Brookvale tonight. But then there's this other stat where Seagulls have lost their last 8 games on the Thursday night. So yeah, I think it's going to be panic stations if they lose this game, and they need to sort something out. Hopefully this week did something.
Someone's getting fired, eh?
And a legend of Manly is, do you think he's going to return? DCE is returning back to Brookvale. Do you think he's going to sort of take the reins and get the W for the Roosters?
Well, that's going to be an interesting name because, I think they'll try get him a try there. But, I'm interested to see his interaction with the boys after the game. Like, I always love that time as soon as the game's over when all the boys get together, especially opposite teams, come and talk to each other and they can catch up with one another and stuff.
Like a dickhead.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the sports team, you always have that one dickhead. DCE looks like it.
Too good for everyone else in the team.
Yeah.
It's like, mate. But yeah, I think it'll be a good homecoming for him to get one over Manly. But I just don't think Manly are firing. Like, they just don't seem to have any sort of cohesiveness. There's a lack of leadership. When I saw Jamal Fogarty in the training, he seemed pretty amped, and I thought, yeah, cool. That's kind of the missing part to really drive them. But actually, sorry, Camps. I think
Save it for 2027.
I think your team needs to start training. Just think of this as preseason games for next year. Next year's gone. But any other interesting matchups there, Brian, for the rest of the week on any of the NRL games? Any interesting?
Just looking at the games.
Competition that we've got going there. I was lucky enough actually to go to the Warriors Raiders game with a business partner, and I actually asked one of the guys there who was in the industry too, and I said, "Man, what do you do in the mortgage advisor industry?" And I said, "Do you know anything about league?" And he goes, "Yeah." And I said, "Do you know any of the Warriors players?" And he goes, "Yeah." And I said, "Well, name one Warriors player?" His answer, and please tell me which player this is, but it's Roger Tuivasa.
He's offy.
So JR, shout out to you, bro, with your answer of Roger Tuivasa.
He's off to Super League. Oh, he's in talks.
Yeah, I think the Warriors are trying to keep him.
No, they've got too many backs, man.
And then they've signed again, sort of in speculation, but the media seems to suggest Will Warbrick is on the books, which makes sense if they lose Roger, and then to bring him in. And that's probably where, Webster and his team are just so... I've thought about that, like, right, they take out one and they just replace him with a player of equal capability. Yeah, Webby, man. Coach of the year.
And we're here to see Campera play too.
Oh, yeah.
He's on the He's on the reserves, eh?
I think he's on the bench. How does the bench actually work now? You've got
You
five
got
or
your
six
17,
players.
you got your 17, and then you got your other goes up to 22. Was and the Warriors is 23 because they retired number 19. Just the Mad Butchers, Peter Leach.
Oh, shucks.
So they don't use number 19. So it goes their team is 1 to 23.
But how many reserves can you use that are on the bench? Because you get you get to choose your four players, is it, that you can use?
It's 4
out of the 6 that are on the bench. Or who is it? How many on the bench? And then you get to select
8.
and then you get to select only a certain amount though. You can't use all the ones on the bench, you get to use them.
Oh, they named the 20, and then certain hour before kickoff, they named the 19, and then you name your 17. I think it's about hours the deadline before kickoff.
NTO, media reports that there's been a bit of a breakdown between Marge at the Broncos and Ben Teo, who's the defensive coach for the Broncos.
Forwards coach.
So, yeah, and then we had the thing with bloody Gordon Tallis. What's happening at the bloody Broncos, man? No wonder we're bloody losing. You might have to pull in the armchair bench warmers to do a sort of site inspection.
Which one about Gordon Tallis about his name being taken off the betting?
Yeah, being taken off that.
I disagree with that, with taking his name, because he's a bloody great.
Oh, man.
Maybe if they replaced it with someone of the same caliber or greater,
I agree, man.
They've renamed it with the women's captain, women's team captain. Is that right?
Yeah. Take it down, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
bro, he's done. I know he talks a lot of shit about the Broncos, but man, he's done fucking 3 titles
and the infamous State of Origin tackle. But a passionate Bronco, passionate Queenslander. Yeah, I think the Broncos have done him wrong on that.
Well, we saw about the firing of Walters, his best mate. So he's
cried, man.
He's angry about that. Yeah.
So, but it is like that's his position now. It shouldn't what he's achieved in that. It should stay because that's league. No, you can't take those actions unless they're like, hey, look, if they've crossed the boundary on a very significant level, i.e., jail, then there should be some adverse implications. But to state his opinion on things, and he's been critical of the Broncos, but I think Broncos, man, I think you need to giddy up off that one, man. But moving on. We've also got our WAS winner of our prize that we're announcing today. So check on our social Instagram. We'll be announcing that. But make sure that you check on to the winner who wins the Warriors polo and the beanie that we've got as our part of our competition. So we'll announce that on our Instagram page.
You got it signed by someone, didn't you?
Yeah, it's all signed. Some of the signed, we had it signed by all the Warriors players, but some of them have faded off just because of the weather today. It's a bit wet. So if the signatures aren't on there, it's only because I walked here and swam across a river, and because the bridge was flooded, and then climbed up a mountain, and then caught a flying fox down here. So if the signatures have faded out, I can sign it for you. I'm Roger Tuivaka.
That's what happens when we use a whiteboard pen.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, it's going to wipe off.
And moving on to our rugby league competitor, we're going on to our rugby wrap-up. Obvious topic, All Blacks team, coaching team. The Doctor, Dave Rennie's coaching team has now been confirmed. You have Dave Rennie, the Doctor, Neil Barnes, Mike Blair, and Tana Umanga, and they've also appointed a high-performance manager. Gentlemen, thoughts on the appointments and this team, and then we'll get a bit more critical about performances. But thoughts on the appointments. Just your thoughts on the performances, on the appointments. Sorry.
Yeah, look at this assistant coaching stuff, and man, you can't be more going in the opposite direction to where Razor was taking All Blacks, and that's the first thing I thought about.
Fair enough.
Dave Rennie, he's all about team culture, bringing Tana Umanga in, solidifies that. Tana Umanga is all about culture, team culture. When he was captain for the All Blacks, he was like the guy that told everyone off if they're playing up and that,
Enforcer.
on the field and in the changing rooms, with the other players. So, being an All Black, he understood what sort of person you have to be when you put on that black jersey and being a part of the team. So, and we talked about identity. Maybe Razor lost identity a bit, bringing in too much of his Crusader identity, which didn't work for the All Blacks. But you see with this team, and you see with all the interview, you saw with Dave Rennie's interview when he first got appointed, what he was going to do, and it was totally going the direction where we're used to seeing the All Blacks, right? So I think this team he's put together, just backs up everything that Dave Rennie's all about. So it was good to see that, whatever direction they're going to go, it's going to be one that we are used to. But I was listening to Sports Nation about how they've set up this hierarchy in the staff. So they're not going to only have Dave Rennie and the captain at the post box after the game, the press conference. They're also going to have one of the assistant coaches. And that is to be more transparent behind technical aspects of the gameplay.
Giving away the All Blacks intel.
Well, not that way, but just to be
post interview,
just post interview, just to answer some of the questions that that you could get more in depth. And so, I thought that was interesting.
So they're going to go away from the full credit to the other team.
I hope so.
Credit to the boys.
Man, they need to stop that. Super Rugby, NRL.
Repetitive.
There's no personalities in the bloody. Back in the day, players used to fucking have a go at each other.
Yeah,
and it made the game interesting.
2PC.
Now they're reading off a script. That's what it sounds like.
With the exception of who's the number 8 for the Crusaders and his post-match. His post-match performance 2 or 3 weeks ago. Like his post-match speech was
Six
awesome.
Heights this way.
Yeah, I suppose that's interesting around the hierarchy, and I suppose it's probably a bit of unity, isn't it, to sort of have that aspect there, particularly with the press conferences. Will Barnes seems to be a bit of a straight shooter. There seems to be a lot of support given his first speech.
I like his interviews,
a lot of very colourful language being used. But didn't
it's down
seem
to earth, bro. It's down to earth.
Yeah, he didn't seem to deviate much from the questions. Was quite direct.
I think he's going to be the guy that's going to be on the press conference.
He's pretty honest, eh? He's like, "Oh, we're not going to lose. We're not going to win every game. We're going to lose."
Question, boys. Neil Barnes, his most recent post or appointment or position, was head coach of the Taranaki team, NPC team, going into the All Black. Concerned?
Well, he got Tana coming in from Moana, so no, not really concerned.
He's coached in Fiji, Canada, a little. He's got experience there, and he brought the Taranaki team success, where they had a bit of a losing spell there for a few years.
Do you think there's a bit of a distance between, there's some obvious distance between sort of NPC level, because you've got your NPC, for our listeners that just sort of understand the model of representative rugby is you've got the NPC, then you've got, club, then you've got provincial NPC, then you've got your super, and then you've got your international teams. The All Blacks being like the pinnacle. I've got some concerns that a step up for him from even though he's got the support of the people around him and talks a good game. I've got some concerns that he'll be able to deliver in such a confined time frame. And also the other thing too is this Tana, big culture thing. But man, if you want to get
defense coach,
if you want to get into culture, just go join the Kapaka group, man. But like sporting culture is a basis, and arguably Razor didn't have that. But what does Tana bring? What does Tana bring to the All Black? Not on what he's achieved previously, but what does he actually bring to this environment? What are some key things that he brings as an assistant coach to the All Black environment?
I think he's respectable, so a lot of guys they look up to him, right? As far as the culture thing goes, it's more about the All Blacks culture, getting back to that nitty gritty of being an All Black.
And this, and I'll just hold you there. And this is probably the point that I'm going with. This is we're talking about. There seems to be a lot of repetition around Tana and culture, and that seems to be quite synonymous. But he's been out of the All Black environment for 19 years. So to bring in culture, what does that mean? A culture of the All Black. This is the way we used to do it, because we know that narrative has got thrown out the window because the game's evolved so significantly since he was an All Black captain.
I think they're bringing that back, though. I think with these appointments, they're trying to bring it back.
What? Bring back Wayne Shelford into the All Blacks?
Well, they could. They would if they could. But I think,
Terry Wright.
but I think
You are now Caleb Clark. You're no longer playing, man. We've got Terry Wright. Oh, mate, I'm just going to come down here with my wheelchair and
I think knowing Tana Umaga being the enforcer of their culture back in the All Blacks when he was a captain, like making sure the boys got their eye on the prize and not monkeying around and stuff. You know, he's like I said, he's looked up to and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, he's a no nonsense guy when it comes to All Blacks culture or whatever that is. It's not culture like being Samoan or being ethnicity, all that kind of stuff. It's the culture of being an All Black. It's the All Black culture. All Black has their own identity, and it's bringing all that back into the environment. That, you know, for me, side looking in, seems like it was lost a little bit when Razor was there, and that's the whole reason why they took him away and, you know, replaced him 2 years into his contract. So that it's just an optics. It's just optics thing. Like I'm seeing that word culture coming up on the radio, coming up on TV. It's coming up everywhere, and there's big complaints about it too. People on the radio saying, "What's this culture stuff? We don't need that stuff." Blah 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 blah. But I don't think it's, you know, they're talking about culture like it's like ethnicity thing, but it's not. It's the All Blacks identity. It's what the All Blacks is,
and it's probably quite a critical component, right? It's around culture, and I don't know. I just sort of question the ability of Tana bringing in there. Very respectable. You know, he achieved great things.
Yeah, I reckon it's a bit of a gamble, eh? Out of all the assistant coaches that have been named, Tana would be the biggest gamble.
Well, that brings me on to one of the other assistant coaches. Who the heck is Mike Blair? Look, yes, played test for Scotland, but man, Scotland, have they ever been in All Black?
No, I think he currently works with Dave Rennie.
Yeah.
So there's also that as well. Yeah. Dave Rennie knows guys that, you know.
Yeah, so Dave Rennie trusts them.
Yeah, he's got guys in the back of his mind that when he got the job as All Blacks coach, you know, I know that, you know, we know that in the back of his mind, he knows exactly who they have to bring into the All Blacks. So
yeah, like Mike Blair, I looked up his accolades, his history, and yeah, like the general consensus or the theme seems to be that Dave Rennie, the doctor, has brought in his team, but there are some risks in these, and then just getting the dynamics of each of these personalities in such a short time. On face value, look, it looks absolutely great, but I just think, man, I'm questioning whether they're going to be able to gel. And, you know, look, respectfully, we look at Tana's performance at Moana Pacifica. Does he deserve this role?
I'd say no.
Well, being defensive coach, Moana Pacifica has given away the most tries and all that.
Maybe attacking coach. They could have made him attacking coach because Moana's attacking is pretty good.
But
is kaka.
That question did come up, and the counter argument to that was, look at France, who gave up like 50 points to Scotland last month, and, you know, they still won the Six Nations.
Well, we hope they prove me wrong, and my reservations on this team are proven wrong, because we want the mighty All Blacks to perform well. And just one last thought, just on this coaching group. We've got tests against, who have we got? France? Is it July? We're now going into end of March, April, May, June, July, three months. You've got the doctor in Japan. You've got Mike Blair in Japan. You've got Tana committed to Moana. And then you've got Jason Ryan and Neil Barnes.
It's not ideal. It's not ideal.
How's it going to work? How is success going to work given you've got over half your team that can't coach or have an influence before those July tests? Or sorry, let me actually get that right. You've got half your team that haven't got boots on the ground here. Only two of those players, and man, that's an issue.
They've spoken about it. They've identified that as an issue, and they've said that, you know, it's something that they have to deal with. So they know about it. I think it's 3 weeks after their Japan contract finishes before their first All Black game.
Wow.
Or something like that.
Wow.
So yeah, it's not ideal, but they seem to think that, you know, it can be done.
So my phone's just ringing, bro. Yeah, David, what? You need me to come and coach? All good, man. All good. I've coached my daughter's under 16 tag team. Is that all good? Yeah. All right, I'll see you then. And I think that's a massive challenge. But the All Blacks have obviously trusted in the doctor and his performance and his historical performance act for themselves. But logistically, no, man.
We're talking about the coaches, but how much of it is going to be the players? Like, do we have the players to get the coaches over the line?
And there seems to be this theme about Brody Retallick. It's like, man, stuff him, man. Just flip and go with the players that we've got. We've got the Sam Darries. We've got the Tupolvai. Like, we've got the talent here in New Zealand. Like, are you, like, that concerns me is that there seems to be a repeated narrative around that we're not trusting the guys we got here. Like, come on, man, trust. We got the guys. Man, Cam's used to play lock too, man. If you need him, man. And what about, like, on those appointments, like, why not go with Jamie Joseph or Vern Cotter, guys that are head coaches on the ground at the moment? Why not go with those guys as assistants?
Wasn't there a heated argument there where Dave Rennie and Jamie Joseph said they either get the head coaching job or nothing at all?
Oh, okay.
Was it? Yeah, because they were talking about dual coaching.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but they both said no. It's either I'm the coach or nothing.
Yeah, and I think conceptually I can see that working. I think in practice, yeah, it would be difficult because you've got basically two head coaches
And
that
two
want to
different
rule.
styles of coaching as well, eh?
Yeah, so moving on from the coaches, we wish the All Blacks well and the new coaching team. And I suppose who's All Blacks captain?
It's going to be Adi.
It's got to be.
Don't keep Scott. You don't appoint another one, Dalton Pups.
Nah, they need to get rid of those dual captain bullshit.
Yeah.
You got a captain and vice captain. That's it.
You know who I'd probably put in there as captain, man, is Cam Royger.
Why?
I'd choose him as Cam. He just seems to be a guy that just trusts himself. He believes in himself. Like, he just doesn't matter what level he's playing, man. He's just got so much self-belief. I'd just put him in there because I just think he'd just be passionate, like, for any team. Although, Cam, you are from counties, so come back to the Blues, man. What else have we got here? Moving on from the All Blacks. Man, it seems to be a topic that seems to be taking up a lot of discussions, and the All Blacks haven't even bloody played. Over the weekend, we saw the couple of performances where the Blues avenged their little brothers, the Chiefs, who took the loss. Just on that Chiefs game, like I watched the replay on that, and the Chiefs were up, but they decided to have a kai and go for a moi, and then all of a sudden, the Brumbies.
There's no need to talk about it. The Kefiri spoke about it last episode. So let's move on.
Yes. But it was nice for Damien McKenzie to sort of come along and just say, "Hey, thank you to the Blues brothers for avenging our loss there." I have to say it. Blues are the form team. Talk to me.
Absolutely right, man. Form team. And what a game, man. What a game. Especially the debut of Peyton Spencer.
Yes,
good to see
all 3 minutes.
King Carlos in the stands.
King Carlos.
What a moment, eh? To celebrate your son.
What's his name?
That's it. That's it. Blues news. Yeah, thank you.
Man, Moana. Oh man, it's hard to watch that. But man, they've taken a heavy loss again, and that rotation of players seems to be a standard. Man.
Wasn't Laumape supposed to be back? Did he actually come back? Or
yeah, he had a stint.
Oh,
he's been back. I mean, they need him back, and he needs to up his game. I think.
I remember they did a full-on ad, a preview from the return.
Oh yeah,
Laumape came
from
up.
the back. Eh?
He's got the potential though. Like he knows he's got the potential.
Did he even play?
He's played a couple of games.
Oh, okay,
he came on for the against the Blues, didn't he?
Can't remember. Didn't see him.
Not sure, man, because the Blues were just far
dominating.
Mate, it was the blue Moana Pacific Ocean there, man. It was the Blues that just bloody took over at the Garden of Eden, man. This week we've got the Blues versus Drua, Chiefs versus the Force, Moana versus Highlanders, and the Hurricanes versus the Red. Blues versus Drua, Vinaka to our Fijian brothers, but that's probably 40-50 point score to the Blues.
You guys got a few players out.
Is it a home game for us?
We have got a few players out for
Dalton's out
for the Blues.
Papali'i's out.
Is that the Eden Park?
Yeah, it's Eden Park, yeah.
Two bullets still out.
Got us tickets, my bro.
Yes.
No, I'm going to.
Let me check your pockets. You sure? Yeah, Dalton Papali'i's out. Who else have we? McWonnell is out. The Tutu is out. Zahn Sullivan out?
Yes, because Peyton's.
Yes, Zahn Sullivan's out. So, look, we're in the 09, and as much as we respect the Fijian brothers, it's going to be a cricket score. But the interesting game that I've got here is the Chiefs have got the
Western Force.
over there. I think the Chiefs will be able to then take them out pretty convincingly.
They got a few injuries, I think.
Have they? Who's out for them?
New Zealand doesn't have a good record over there in Perth.
Narawa? Oh, he's in.
No, he's re-signed too, eh?
Oh, yes, 3 years.
He's
3 years.
He's re-signed.
That's an interesting game because New Zealand doesn't have a good record over there in Perth.
It's too hot, bro.
You watch the Blues game, my bro?
And the bloody travel.
We Dub City, man. We named Western City, man. Western Force, we called it Dub City, man. The Blues just took charge. The mighty Blues.
Oh, I think might suit up for the Western Force, eh? Zach Lomax.
Oh, Zach Lomax.
I think, because this is their first home game because they've been on the road. Might
He'll
be.
have one game for the Western Force, then change over. Oh, I'm leaving, and congratulations, I'm now playing for the Socceroos. Zach later. Then the game that I think is going to be interesting because it's a home game for Moana is Moana and Highlanders. Highlanders seem to have a dip in form, so I hope the Moana can
They got hammered, eh? They got hammered last week, man.
Yeah, the Highlanders got smoke. What's that? Tamoti has been dropped, eh? Who's the second five for the Highlanders? The All Black? What's his name? We are the armchair benchwarmers. We know who those players are.
It's off Savanawa.
Yeah, Tamanawa. Yeah. So he got dropped, but I think he's carrying a little bit of an injury. But that'll be the game that I'll be watching, other than the mighty Blues.
What day's the Blues playing?
Saturday night, which is going to be yes, sir. Yeah. So a few quiet waters on Saturday night. Also, just on the topic of coaches that we talked about earlier, Tamati Ellison has also been announced as the Māori head coach. So kia ora to you, Tamati. Congratulations on your appointment, particularly where you saw a lot of the pre-assistant coaches being relieved of their duty. One other thing too, man, as I was watching was the Black Ferns team has also been announced. And then I looked at a few players and that weren't there for the World Cup, but they've committed themselves to the Sevens. But one thing I watched was one of the players there, Basin, who's also got two brothers that I think Vern Basin debuted for the Hurricane, and also the younger brother was the captains of the under-20s, New Zealand under-20s. But man, it was quite awesome, and just sort of telling around their sort of family connection, the sister and two all professional rugby players. So congratulations to the Basin family on having your daughter and brother debut, and also I think their younger brother's probably not too far away from
Tongan, eh? They're Tongan?
Tongans, yeah. And it was you look at the family and they're quite they're
Tongan, eh?
yeah. So and then you've got them that just far out. You're sort of questioning, and they probably speak quite fluent Tongan. So, congratulations through to the Basin family. And like I said, Cam, big shout out to Peyton Spencer, son of the famous King Carlos Spencer. Congratulations on your appointment, on your debut for the Blue. I can't remember.
Wonder if he'll do a Toffee Pops ad like his dad. You guys would love that,
think,
You guys would love it.
Cam, you still got that post on your wall, my bro?
It's on the ceiling.
No, I have no such thing.
But also, with Tana's appointment, I'm specifically going to be looking at a new coach. Any ideas would step into there? Do the assistants step into that role? Say Lala, perhaps? Step into that role. So no doubt they'll be looking out. Moving on to our awards ceremony for the rugby in the league, or any sporting moments there before we jump into other sporting news. Who gets our thumbs up trophy for any of the sporting moments that we've had throughout the week? The thumbs up for me would be just seeing that Basin family announcement. What an awesome thing to witness, and just the genuine family connection that they have there. My thumbs down, it's probably to the Moana team, man. Up your game, boys. Come on, man. So I can put that jacket on, man. And but yeah, good luck against the Highlanders. But you got to lift your game, gentlemen. Who's your the armchair bench warmers thumbs up and thumbs down sporting moment of the week?
Man, I'll give my thumbs up to the Warriors going 3-0.
Yeah.
When was the last time they went 3-0? Ages ago.
Ages ago.
Too far. When they were sponsored by DB, but
when they were the Auckland Warriors, that's right. When they were Auckland Warriors. Yeah, my thumbs up goes to the Warriors 3-0. My thumbs down goes to the Broncos management for their taking away of the Gordon Tellis and the whole drama behind it. Just relax, man.
Yeah.
Tellis is doing this thing, he's talk shit.
Yes, it's his job,
let him do it, man. Are you sensitive?
Two thumbs.
Are you
down.
sticks and stones broke your bones or something? just let it go, man. The guy's a legend. He's done a lot for the team.
Would they have done that in his prime, eh? Like they wouldn't. There's no way they would have done that, man.
Yeah.
So, and Brian, who's your thumbs up? Who's your the armchair bench warmers thumbs up and thumbs down trophy go to this week?
Oh, I like Cam's to be the thumbs up to the Warriors. Man, great performance so far. Let's keep it up, boys. Thumbs down to the Chiefs. Man, they had a mean lead.
Yes,
and then man, they just let them through.
They went off to the wharepaku.
Bro, they just dropped their defense. Just was non-existent.
Yeah. Look, some justified thumbs up trophies, which the thumbs down, you don't want to be getting that from the armchair bench warmers, man.
Nah, man.
We're the host with the most. Moving on to other sporting news, it's the Pacifica Hall of Fame announcements for rugby tonight. 3 of the recipients of that are DJ Forbes, congratulations. Kevin Mialamu, congratulations. Also, the late Jerry Collins. There are some people there else on there,
that's your cousin, eh?
but I don't know who they are actually. But man, we talked earlier about one of the players, I think probably DCE, not naming anyone, but how they kind of appear as kind of pricks. But when we talk, like I watched this segment, but every story about Jerry Collins just seems to be that guy was a beast on the field and obviously did his thing, but. Man, the amount of stories that he's been out on the beers or went out with people, went out of his way. I think he brought a TV for a pub because they didn't have a TV, turned up to a game that someone asked him to turn up to a game, and he did, a club game. And also he was talking about this American Sevens player and sort of got to know him and sort of caught up with him at a bar. And then, man, when the guy came for the for the Sevens over here as part of the American team, he organised his boys to go and catch up with him and take him out while he was here in New Zealand. But Jerry was overseas. What a wonderful guy, man. What an absolute wonderful dude. And probably a guy that, if you sort of said to him, give him $10, he'd give you $100. But congratulations to all the recipients that are off to the Pacifica Hall of Fame.
Where is there
Eden Park.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Eden Park. So and we also have to sort of pass in our condolences to the Norris family, the great Chuck Norris,
R.I.P. Uncle,
who sadly passed away this week. I remember the classic, and this is probably Cam, where you might jump in and add in your comments to this. But man, one of my favourite movie episodes, was The Way of the Dragon. Bruce Lee and Chuck Norris when they're fighting, and then he grabs the hero.
Yep. That's right.
And the memes, man, Chuck Norris and his memes.
The Chuck Norris facts that came out in the 2000s.
Man, that guy's going to be always going to be a legend of movie culture. So, look, if any of the Norris family ever watch this, our condolences to you and your family. So, Cam's American update.
Yeah, man, this exciting time of year in American sport. This is the time of year where they mark it on the calendar.
Can I just stop here for a second? Me and Brian were just talking about that, and we just thought, like, with the American side of things, like it might be more attractive for our viewers if you did in an American accent. So, yeah, I'll leave it with you, bro, if you can.
I can say a couple words, but I can't keep it going.
It's a demo, bro. Give us a demo.
Nah,
look.
Yeah, what's up, man? I don't know, man. I don't know. But like I was saying, man, it's it's a big part of the sporting calendar in the USA. I'm talking about March Madness. I'm talking about college basketball.
March Madness.
It runs for 3 weekends. So you've got 64 universities that take part in a bracketed tournament. You got 32 teams who are the champions of their conferences, and then you've got the other 32 teams who are from a panel of experts decide what seed they're in. So they're the ones that determine the bracket in each region. So you got 4 regions, and each region has a bracket of 16 teams. So it makes up 64 teams in the end, and they all play off. So you've got round 1. So you got the first weekend, which was last weekend. You got round 1 and round 2. And then this weekend, you got the Sweet 16. And these are all branded. So you got round 1, round 2. You got the Sweet 16 this Friday, starts this Friday. Then from Sweet 16, you've got your Elite 8, which is on Saturday, Sunday. And then the last weekend, you've got the Final 4 and the championship game. So it's a one and done. So if it's one loss, then you're out. So it's elimination.
Who are some of the teams that they're playing there?
So, like, I was thinking about how to explain this. So if you compare the college basketball to the Auckland 1A comp, right? So Auckland 1A rugby comp, you got your top rugby schools that are always in there, right? It's the same thing with college basketball. You got colleges that are just basketball schools. They got number 1 basketball programs at their schools, they're always up there. So compare, if you think about who's won the most 1A comp championships in Auckland, it's got to be Auckland Grammar.
Yeah.
If you look, they won the most 1A championships.
Man, they haven't won for the last
They haven't, but the history
50, 100 years, man.
But that's what I'm saying. In the history, they've won the most, right?
Oh, okay.
The comparison to that is UCLA. Now we all know UCLA, so they're the ones that have won the most.
Is it like Duke? Is it Duke in them?
Well, Duke I looked at this. Duke will be comparable to Castle Boys.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, comparable to Castle Boys. They've only won 5 championships in the whole year. It's really hard to win a championship. UCLA has won the most, and they've only won 11. And this is going right back to
UNLV. Is it UNLV?
UNLV. I think they only won 1. With the elite schools, they call them the Blue Blood School. So these are names of the elite schools. They got Duke. You got you've got UC Hawaii's not in there. Although they did make the NCAA tournament, but they lost in the first round. LSU, not really. Last year's champs were Florida, University of Florida. They actually lost in the second round, so they're out. But what makes this NCAA tournament interesting is that a lot of the number 1 draft picks for the NBA come out of this tournament, but this is the first year that there's no clear player that is a certain number 1 pick for the NBA, because there's a whole bunch of good players this year, and this hasn't been done in Asia. There's about 4 or 5 players who are picked to be number 1 pick in the NBA draft. Now, 3 of these players are already eliminated; their team's already out.
Out of there.
So
Get out of here, man.
There's 2 more guys that are playing. Cam Boozer for Duke. Cam Boozer for Duke. He's Carlos Boozer's son.
I think Carlos Boozer, okay.
His team's still in it. He plays for Duke. He's still in it. They're in the Sweet 16. The other guy is, they're saying he might be the number 1 pick because he's like a point guard. His name is Darius Acuff. He's fast. They comparing him to Derrick Rose. He's fast.
He got game.
He can drive to the hoop and he can shoot as well. So he's still in there. So, yeah, man, it's just it's exciting because these teams, it's hard to win because even though it's the first round and a team wins, they celebrate like they won the whole thing because that's how hard the competition is. And like if you think about one game and you're out, eliminated, and if you win, you survive another day.
Yeah,
you survive another day. So.
How did UOWC go?
Who's that?
City old boy, talking to Colin.
No such thing. No such thing. But it's pretty cool because these are guys, 19-year-olds. 20, 21.
What?
It's 22. Yeah.
That's universities.
University, yeah.
So we're talking about freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors, right? So for 4 years to get your bachelor at college over in the States, and these are 4 years unless you get drafted to the NBA.
And where can people watch that? Like, where do they watch that? Scott? Oh, yeah.
Puffstreams.sx.
It's ESPN. But the team I'm really excited for is St. John's.
St. John's.
So St. John's University is located in Queens, New York. And if you guys are Knicks fans, if you guys love the Knicks, then you will love St. John's basketball because St. John's is like, wow, it's a New York team. It's a New York school. So people from New York, they love this team. So don't really get the students that come and watch St. John's, but you get everyone from New York who are New York Knicks fans support this team. So that's the link. They've got the Duke this Saturday, 12:30 p.m. It's the game I'm gonna be watching.
Who's your team?
At the moment, it's St. John's because I love New York.
You don't.
I love New York basketball. Yeah.
Well, I'm going for UOWC, man.
I don't think they're in this tournament. They must be in the
Division 7.
And anything more on the American updates, man? Is the NFL? No, NFL's finished. NBA.
Well, NBA is coming up to the playoffs, so I think there's like 20 more games left for each team.
How's Houston doing? The Rockets.
I think they're in the mid table, but interesting enough. The Detroit Pistons have been leading the East for most of the year. Their star player, Kate Cunningham, he went off of injury, collapsed lung. But they've got this rule, and that sparked up a debate about the Players Association want this rule change. The rule is called the 65-game rule, which is if you fail to play at least 65 games in the season, you won't be eligible to win any awards.
65 games, man. And those games are they're back-to-back games, man?
Yeah, that's right. Some of them back to back. I think they average 4 games a week. But what makes this interesting is that Kate Cunningham has been awesome all year. So he's been throwing up the stats. He might win awards, but because he hasn't played 65 games because of his injury, he won't be eligible to get any awards. And these players need these awards because it helps with their contracts and stuff like that.
And just the other thing that you wanted to touch on, which is more a little bit of a pivoting away from American sports, but Regbo, which is a Russian fusion of basketball, rugby, and wrestling. If you can just give us your feedback on that sport and sort of what's involved, but it's called Regbo. It's fusion of basketball, rugby, and wrestling. Would you guys play it?
Sounds like Aussie rules.
I wonder how it works. Shoot the basketball goal, but you can tackle, and you must be able to then wrestle them.
Oh, it's on a basketball court.
Yeah, it must be, yeah. I don't know. I just sort of thought, and I thought, it'll be good to talk about it on our show today. So I don't know too much about it. But look, Regbo, if any of our viewers know anything about that or they know anything, let us know.
Maybe you two have a one-on-one Regbo next week.
We might be actually.
I probably don't get the wrestling part of it. Like, what are you supposed to do there?
Must be just about to tackle them or something, eh?
Nah, I think it's all about,
someone said that to me. I do not know where I got that from.
Imagine if they had wrestling in league. Like, when you get tackled in league,
yeah,
and they slow the ball down sometimes, they stay on you and then they might get 6 again, penalty. But imagine if they won't, the game is, you got to pin them down. It's up to the person underneath to try to get up. And that's the wrestling part of the game, right?
Basketball, rugby, and wrestling.
You got to wrestle your way out of the tackle.
You got WWF, bro, or WWE. If you want to get into a race, or just get onto Henderson, and there's a few dudes that want to have a rumble down there.
There's no spots down at your naked MMA club?
Look, you're in luck. You are in luck. You're going to be fighting Brian this week. Moving on. Bets for the week, where we make some random bets, and we haven't won yet, but we continue to do that. So what's our picks for this week, Cam? And what options do we have to make our bets? And what's our picks, man? Surely, man, we got to be. Do we need to wear Warriors jumpers, and then that'll allow us to win, man? And
okay, so we'll start with the Broncos and Dolphins.
Have we got Manly tonight?
Yeah, we got Manny's name, but we'll start with you first. So Broncos, Dolphins.
Winning the game at the end.
Okay.
I'm going to go Dags to score. It's a winner. How much do we win, brother? How much do we win? And if you're betting, bet responsibly.
Okay, Brian's and Tigers.
Warrior 13 plus.
Ooh, taming the tiger.
Is there one more than that, or is it just 13 plus?
13 plus.
That's it.
Yeah.
And
Stacey Jones to score.
Tana Boyd to score.
He
needs second half.
Oh,
second half. Get those odds up.
Ooh.
And then Regbo Anaconda to get fouled out.
I am going.
Shout out to Aaron Anaconda. And all right, Manly and Roosters. So Roosters by how much, Cam? Come on, man. We're trying to win this, man. What are we betting on? Is it TAB? Is it Betcha? What are we betting on?
Betcha.
We are on Betcha.
That's owned by the TAB anyway.
Come on, for us the money, man. So we can make more bets. We might be, after our 3 losses, we might have run out of money.
All right, I'm going for Angus Crichton for 25 plus tackles.
Oh, you can do that. Man, that's pretty specific, eh?
And I'm going to go first team to score a try is...
Oh, no one now? No.
Roosters by...
First team to score a try will be... I think Roosters will score a try first. Okay, that's it.
What's our return? So our bet is how much?
$9.
$9. And our return is...
200.
Talk to me. 271. $271. So we'll keep you posted on that. Look, we're about to wrap up now. We are the Armchair Benchwarmers. We'd like to thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, share on all our socials. We are the host with the most. And like we said, when you Google New Zealand's #1 sports show, you won't see us yet. We'd like to thank you for tuning in. My name is Ed.
And Brian.
All right, we'll see you at the next episode. Take care and up the mighty blues. Nice one, boys. Nice one.